it comes to Circa Survivor, what will your strategy be?
I've always done the shove strategy. And so my thought behind this was I want to have as many bullets later on as possible.
Okay.
Well, if you don't make it that far, it doesn't matter,
Yeah, no,
right?
I'm going to give you the weirdest, most specific to my life example, but you're a former baseball player.
Yeah.
We were in the playoffs one year, and we were an average team, and we were going up against the 1 seed. And the 1 seed said, we're not going to take them serious. We're going to throw a guy who's not even a pitcher against them. And they're going to save their big guns for the next round. And we beat them.
Yes.
So you can't live to fight another day if you don't survive today.
So what I've done is I've gone from 6, which is the last 3 years. I'm going to 8 this year, and I'm going to split the Army. So I'm going to go one way with 1 4, one way with another 4, and hopefully I'm just right the whole way, and then I converge, and I still have 8 entries.
Yes.
But, you know, history has told us that's not going to be the case. But I have not had success with the shove strategy, and so I'm just gonna go a different direction. Listen, Dustin, I think as sports bettors, we get everyone wants to think that their way's the right way, and whatever.
We deal in absolutes too often.
Your way's the right way, whatever. It's like, no, you want to have those 6 entries in week 12. Well, dude, I've never come close to week 12.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
How about I get to week 12, and then I can even just hedge against what I pick.
It's a good problem to have, you know. So I can't do that, right? And so I'm gonna take the 8. I'm gonna go 4 and 4. Obviously, if I run so pure that I have 8 late in the contest, good for me. But I'll probably lose one of the sides along the way. But at least I still have 4. I think the shove theory for me, I've learned over the last 3 years, it just doesn't suit me, and so I'm just going to change it up.
Any advice for strategy going into this?
I'd say be flexible and be open. I'd say every week, treat it as its own week. And you have to look at the teams on a weekly basis because injuries happen, weather happens, schemes can change from coaching, offense coordinator, defense coordinator matchups. So I'd say try to have fun with it, but try to play each week to its own. And then also don't forget about the quarterly prizes. Don't forget about the booby prize. So if you're off to a bad start, there's quarterly boobies and there's full season boobies. So you can go try to attack it any way you want. Try to stay active and involved even if you're kind of tailing off because you'll learn something every week.
What would advice be for people thinking about signing up?
My advice to you guys is if you're going to get into this, this is not a sprint. This is a long run. You need to make sure that you are mentally prepared for this. And by doing that, keep the same routine. If you wake up on a Monday and have breakfast and study 3 hours after that, try to do that every Monday. If you look at the early lines Tuesday morning and you think about them all day and you sleep on them all week long, do it every week. You keep the same routine. That way you're focusing on what your goal in hand is.
Let's talk about your routine. You don't have to give away too much because everyone has their own way of doing it, but some people make their own lines, they compare it. Some people jump out, look at the lines, and go, I feel like that one's off. I mean, obviously contest strategy is a little bit different than just betting your regular sides.
Absolutely.
But when you're going through your process, how do you begin?
So the fact that I've been in this for so long, I've actually done a lot of tracking of myself. So I know my biases and tendencies. Okay, so when I take a look at the board, I can right away cross off several that I know my biases and tendencies don't work. Or focus on those as a handicapper. Which is what I do. If I know my tendencies, so I go grab games that I know that I can handicap that I'm going to have more success at.
I think the underrated aspect that plays into these contests is, people see some of the quote-unquote sharpest bettors in the world have difficulty with contests.
Yes.
Why? Because their thing is beating the line moves or moving the lines and getting the best
and
number.
the best value. Yep.
We get to these contests, you're all playing the same numbers, and it seems as though you've thrived in that role. Can you put your finger on why you seem to thrive in this situation?
Yeah, Dustin, let's put, for instance, the stale lines that happen. They're usually very popular, the consensus plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so for instance, for the audience, if they close the line at, let's say it's -3 for the contest, but an injury happens on either side, and that moves on either side of that field goal, well, people say, I can get a better number in the contest than I can get in real life. I'm going to lock that into my play, but you're saying that's maybe not the way to go?
Well, so what you're going to do is you're going to climb the ladder, and you're going to climb it with everybody.
Yes.
Okay? And by doing that, you're taking the same play as everybody else. So
cross that off by the way of making an impact with it.
Correct. The only way you're going to win and jump people is to go contrarian and play different plays than people.
So you initially look at the board and you're like, how can I fade what I think everyone else is going to be on?
Correct, Dustin.
Man,
Yeah.
It's a bold move. It's a smart move because if you think about what we all try to do here, we try to be on the sharp side of every line. But the reality is sometimes you're looking at these lines and you're like, I am going to take plus 7.5 with a rookie quarterback
Absolutely.
on the road, knowing no one's taking it.
It's ugly and it's dirty, yeah. And but by doing that, you're gonna jump.
Yes.
You're gonna make these leaps and bounds in these contests. And when I play these contests, I play to win. I'm not playing to just try to make money. I'm playing to win.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a situation where I know I can make it jump, I'm gonna try to take it.
Well, here's the ultimate question, because I feel like this is harder, but you've been in these contests for a long time, and this one offers a booby prize, meaning if you're the worst, you can win money, and it's offered quarterly. Do you think you could go in and actually pick losers?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
At least you're honest, because you talk to people and they're like, "Well, I'm going for the booby prize," and I'm like, I think that's actually harder than you think
it is harder. And you need to look at it mathematically. We pay the contest pays 100 spots, the top 100, right? How many places do the booby plays? 2. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you're chasing the booby, you're chasing 2 people, 2 prizes.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at 0 cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.